And then finally, when we're off the performance treadmill, we can let God decide the whens and the thens. See, people on the performance treadmill, people who believe they are what they do, they have a long list of whens and thens. When I finish college, then I'll get into God. When I get my career established, then I'll spend quality time with my kids. When my kids are finally out of the home, then I'm going to spend time with my spouse. When I get out of debt, then I'm going to give God the tithe. When I make more money, then I'm going to be generous. When my life settles down, then I'm going to serve in the church. You know, when I finally get a little bit more free time, then I'm going to be part of a life group. When then? The problem is, with people on the performance treadmill, we have such a long list of wins that the thens never come. And listen carefully. A full life, an abundant life, is not found in the whens. It's found in the thens. And when we get off the performance treadmill, we can let God show us that the time for the thens is now. Jesus so powerfully addressed this point in the lives of some dear friends of his. Their names were Mary and Martha. And in Luke chapter 10, as the chapter concludes, we're told this story. As Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. And she had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet, listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to Jesus and said, "Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do all this work by myself? Tell her to help me." "Marcia, Marcia," the Lord said. "Oh, Martha, Martha," the Lord said. "You are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her." "Oh yeah, here, Martha. I'm going to spend time with Jesus. Spending time with Jesus is a good thing. And you know what? When I get all the preparations made, and when the house is cleaned enough, and when the snacks are ready to go, and when everything is ordered, then I'm going to spend time with Jesus. And frankly, Jesus, it ticks me off that the then people aren't helping the when people. So you got to clear this up." Jesus said, "Okay. The then people are the ones who are doing the good thing. The whens, those are the distractions, the troubles, the pressures. And when we're off the performance treadmill, it's no longer when then. It's like, no. God wants me to do this now. And people who live a full life, a rich life, a complete life without being overcommitted, hectic, and frenzied, are people who let God decide what they do and don't do. And they let them decide when and then. And the then is like now. You are not what you do. You are who God says you are. You don't have to work to become important. God made you important. Do what you do to express who you are, not to become something you really already are. And in so doing, we become free enough to let God decide do's and don'ts and wins and thens, and we can finally live a Jesus-like life, full, complete, joyful, but not stressed out, overcommitted, frenzied, and harried. Doesn't that sound like a better one? So I can ask for you. Father, thank you for the opportunity that we have to be together at times like this. And you know what? I'm really grateful that my value and my worth and my significance are not wrapped up in how well I did today or how well I do at anything I do, because it's all wrapped up in what you did and what you put in me. And that is true for every person here. Please free us from this performance mentality. Help us to just accept by faith, to grasp that because of how you have made us and how you feel about us, we have incalculable worth, value, and significance. Knowing that, may we then invest our lives, not to gain value, but because we have value. And being free of having to perform to be somebody, may we let you decide what we do and don't do, and the wins and thens in life, that we, like Jesus, might live a full, complete, powerful, joyful, but unharried life. We ask these things in His name.